I understand she was being a great friend to her friend Kyle. It's like nobody wants to hear your take on this melon ball. Shut the fuck up, because she's about to answer how she feels about Mauricio and his dancing partner, Emma. And by the way, again, I think we should say my list is not based on personal dislike. It's just who I think is kind of having a shitty ass year. You did have a lot of good points, that two T's, right? I've never met someone so hated that you all listen to. So, I mean, that's on you all for listening to her. But then she shows up at BravoCon, and look, you get all the housewives to interview you, but Teddi was not part of BravoCon. She was in a hotel room. She's wearing that guest pass.
I know, the queen shows up. She shows up with the guest pass. I mean, to not be embarrassed, like I give her credit. I'm like, dude, you're out there. You don't care that you've got a guest pass. You're making coin, and ain't nobody going to her accountability, or what is it? Lose it with Teddi or something. Nobody's
all in with Teddi. No,
all in. She's making all her money from the podcast. So congrats to her. But I can see, I mean, she is so disliked. So disliked.
She has a fan at BravoCon say, Kyle, stop trying to make Teddi happen. She's just kind of like a joke at this point. Doesn't mean I have to kick the dog when she's down, but I don't know. Teddi's just, I don't know. She just, and it's nothing personal. This list is not personal. There are people I really like that are on this list. And there's two people, when I get to them, I'm going to tell you, I actually feel bad. I actually have a feeling, emotion. Oh. Yeah, there's one person I feel really bad that I have them on my list, but I have to be honest. But Teddi's my number 9. Who is your number 8?
My number 8 is Bethany. I don't have a charity. It's a foundation, Frankel. I think you guys all know this, but obviously, look, I actually have to say, in a way, I feel like what Bethany is doing with Reality Reckoning, I have an issue. I've always said, I think she has 2 great points. Their images, if Bravo owns their images and are reselling those for gifts to companies, they should be compensated, and they should be compensated when this show is played in other countries and repurposed 100%. She does have some good points. I have always stated that, but I do not believe Reality Reckoning is out of the goodness and kindness of her heart. If it was, I think she'd be reaching out to a lot of other people from other networks and making a big deal about them. And also I feel like Bethany, all that she has done is created more and higher ratings for the Housewives. RHOP just had over 2 million viewers, their second episode or something. I mean, the highest ratings they've had in 5 years. People are watching these shows now more than ever. And I think it's because of, I think Bethany comes off as self-righteous and obnoxious.
That's a good one. I mean, speaking of Bethany and the Reality Reckoning, my number 8 is the one and only, not Miss Leah McSweeney. Now, Leah. I give her points. I give her points for saying, she was going to sue Bravo and she feels mistreated. But the thing is, you're a fucking moron. To make a statement like you would never settle, well, that just shows how you're so in over your head. And I know her lawyer. Her lawyer is a shark, and she's not paying a penny. So it's all contingent. So I'm thinking Leah is going to, I said this before, I think she is going to get a settlement. That is my true feeling, but she's so dumb. She's saying she has to go to court. So she points for speaking out and seeing there's a money grab there. I have no problem with a money grab. I'm all about a money grab. Listen, I sit here every day waiting for a money grab. I'm ready to sue everyone if there's a money grab. But then to say that there's no fucking settlement coming, well, I don't know why else you sue anyone. I mean, feelings, personal, you're upset. Fuck that, guys. You sue for money, period. So when there's a money grab, I would sue as well. But then to say you're not going to settle, she's going to fuck this up. This crazy psychotic is going to fuck this up, or she's going to get her settlement for $250 and think it's $2.5 million and go and blow the whole thing when you had a little bit of a nest egg for your daughter. So kind of some points for speaking out, but this whole thing, you're going to make such a mess of it. I got to put you up there at number 8. Who's your number 7, girl?
My number 7 is Crystal Minkoff. I just... Sorry, why are we making Crystal happen? I mean, there is just nothing, here we going on 3rd season. Tell me something deep you know about her.
I mean, she's married to the Lion King director.
I guess I will say Crystal grates on me less as we go along, but it's just such seat filler. I'm so over it. I don't know anything about her. I don't believe we're getting anything more exciting. Somebody please argue with me as to why she should be there. And I don't even know anything about what happened to her this year. So peace.
Well, Jeff Lewis says at BravoCon he didn't even know Crystal was in the scene or the episode. So you're not alone.
I have to agree with Jeff on that one.
By the way, such not a great sign when we're bringing on Anne Marie Wiley in episode 6. I mean, it's never a good sign when we bring someone new on in episode
Why?
6.
What do you think that means? What do you mean?
Well, that's the whole season. Like Catherine Edwards, who I'm friends with, who has been on this podcast many times, who will be back. You know, Catherine was brought on because they started filming. It's not like they were in the middle of filming and said, something here, we have nothing. And then Catherine's, ex-husband was best friends with OJ. And then we had Faye Resnick, and they thought, so they brought Catherine on in episode 6, the same thing. But that was because I really believe that's what happened this season at Beverly Hills. I believe we're episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Alex Bastion is like, we got nothing. I mean, look where we are. We got nothing. And then they went out and said, we have to hire somebody. Now, granted, they had their B list of who was next to be hired. So it happened quickly. I don't believe that Anne Marie was there from the beginning. I believe they were into this thing and said, we got a nothing burger of this season. And now we have Anne Marie. And let's not underestimate, Anne Marie comes into the picture the same time we invited Denise Richards and Camille to a dinner party. This all seems very suspicious that all this happened at once. And yet it really kind of has been a lackluster season of Beverly Hills, if you know what I'm saying. I don't buy it. So that's to your point. There you go. My number 7, speaking of Beverly Hills, she ain't having a good year. This is not her year. She deserves to be on the worst. And Miss Kyle Richards, I mean, the marriage is falling apart. And also, you get points. Look, do I think her and Morgan are involved? I do not. Do I think they're just friends? I do. Do I think you're playing this up, then you know just what you're doing. And every time Mauricio is now seen holding somebody's hand, you have to go have coffee or go to Baskin Robbins with you know exactly what you're doing. You're working out all your emotions. I'm fine with you working out your emotions on the show. That's what we're all watching for. But now you're working out all your emotions through the lens of a paparazzi. Like when you're feeling lonely or whatever, you go out, you're in the pictures, and like just be clear, Kyle, because now nobody believes you. Now that she's saying now it's like it's too far gone. It's all a nothing burger of like, you're playing with us. I think Kyle is playing with us. Not to mention you're just having a bad year, because this really is the demise of your marriage. You're either staying together from where I'm sitting because you don't want to divide up the money, or it really is over and you slipped up and used the word divorce at BravoCon and there really is a divorce coming. I don't care what she said, guys. I read reality. So regardless, you're not in a happy marriage at this point. You're not having a good year. And I'm okay with that. I would sympathize with that, except you're also fucking with us. So go away, Kyle. Sorry.
Right, I like that one. Okay.
Number 6.
Wait, that was just, oh yeah, number 6 for me is Ramona Singer. I mean, you know, you talk about just another one beloved by fans, you know, managed to go unscathed about these rumors. And then